Hey, did you know that there is a great drag and drop feature in SwarGroove to help you get started with your projects quickly? We're going to check it out today. Let's take a look. Take a look at the SwarGroove plugin. I have a project set up right now, and I'm going to load up in this particular track the SwarGroove instrument. So when I select that, it opens and it looks like this. This is the user interface here. So from here, if you notice, there are different sections known as panes, and we're going to go through those in just a second. But in order to get to that, notice across the top here, you have these icons, okay? When you hover over each one, it will actually show you what it is. This one is actually save, load, VST. We're going to select this one here, which is Open Groove. So notice new groove here, Open Groove. You have a Save Groove icon, Save Groove as icon, VST, which allows the effects, Groove Properties, Save as Audio, which is a bouncing function, Export to MIDI, and of course, About SwarGroove. But for our purposes right now, we're going to focus on the Open Groove section here. Over here, we have our library with the different grooves loaded up. The number one is Garba. I'm going to select on the right here. If you notice, there are the 14 different variations located within that folder. I'm going to select this one here, Garba 8. By double clicking on it, notice that the interface is loading up the elements of that groove. And then we're going to talk about the different sections known as panes. So SwarGroove is broken into these panes that enable you to have functionality over the plugin. The first is the control pane, which is from here all the way down. And there are three different sections to that, actually. The SwarGroove control pane has the menu pane, which is located up here, and we briefly talked about that. This middle section here excuse me, is the sequence pane, where you see the different sequences that are loaded up. And then, of course, you have the global controls pane, which is down here below. Now, the track view shows you the existing tracks for the groove, and that is this entire section over here. But even in this pane, there's a couple of different sections I want to go over real quick. Notice we have the picture here of the instrument up top. Okay, that's your instrument section there. We're going to do a little work with that in a minute. Below that is the style pane, which you can really get into and actually customize the different styles of that instrument groove that you're working with. And then down below, you have finally your track configuration. And notice there's a track configuration section under each one of the instruments. So those are the different sections and panes of SwarGroove. Project here, I've got SwarGroove open. I've got my Garba 8 groove that's set up right now. One of the things you want to take note of is make sure that you have the sync to host activated. If it's looking the same color here as the play button with the yellow or gold background, that means it is not active, even though it's showing the same beats per minute as in the project. In order for it to be activated, you click once and it's red, and that way it is in sync with your project tempo. So there are two ways you can do a drag and drop into SwarGroove. So this is the first way. Up here you see the pictures of the instruments. If I click on this first one and hold it, and then drag and import it over into the project, now we have the MIDI template. So let's see if we can take a listen to see what it sounds like. Interesting, not quite, something that I want, so I'm going to look to actually change this. Let me take this region out. So I'm back at my SwarGroove here. Let me go with a different groove altogether. So it's going to load up. Now this time I'm going to double click and it opens up the SwarPlug window. We're going to select library. I'm going to try this one here and I'm going to change the duration to 4 bars and hit enter. So when I do my drag and drop, you should automatically see 4 bars actually import into the project. And there they are. So now we want to make sure it's sync to host. Notice you didn't hear anything that time. Now when I click sync to host, let's try it and see what we have. And you can trim the end there with this one here so you can get rid of that last part. And you can always add more and kind of craft your sound around that. So those are the 2 options for the drag and drop feature using SwarGroove. For more info, tips, and tricks, subscribe to my YouTube channel or subscribe to my fan base channel as well. See you soon. Thanks.